really, really bad for for Fullstream, especially bad for being caught by Windows. But at the same token, Windows having those hollow bones of a bird, I think Fullstream can return the favor, and also being one of the original, if not the original, Wrastor main, I think Fullstream has some base familiarity with the character to play around some of these tricks. So we'll find out what actually ends up happening right now.
Like, you brought up a good summation about how this matchup kind of boils down. It's like, Etalus is combo food. This is fairly common knowledge. And Wrastor likes to combo.
Yeah.
He's got combos that go all over the place, on the ground, in the air, you name it. But Etalus, when he hits, he's going to hit hard. He's going to put himself in a lot of situations to consistently reset neutral. And the damage, typically speaking, is going to fall in favor
that
of
was
Windows.
Just interesting DI, getting caught by the tip of a forward air that I think Fullstream wasn't expecting to be possible. And just like that, Windows sneaking away the first kill. But now the tricky part is coming back onto the stage, especially with Fullstream's placement. But luckily, Windows, playing Wrastor has those extra jumps to just sneak onto that top platform. It's still scary in case, Fullstream jumps up there with an up air and just dunks Wrastor off the side of the stage.
Yeah, that little exchange that happened towards the beginning of the second stock of Fullstreams is the more important aspect of this matchup I want to bring up. That's the movement options. Windows is going to have so many ways to position himself outside of, like, the heat zone, like that zone of threat that Etalus is able to establish.
The main scary one is the Dacus, I think, because I think Wrastor's Windows rather wants to stay like in the air to bait out options he can punish, and then if you can smear that killing to up smash across the entire stage, you can actually limit that a lot. But in any case, we have ourselves even stocks, not really even percents, but the armor's going to help keep Fullstream alive for a little bit longer. Never mind.
Nope, broken right away and clapped back with the aerial forward stroke. Just like that, down onto the last stock, and I feel like Windows hasn't really had to do a lot yet. Like, he's getting a lot of his damage down from his combos, which is fine, but he's playing from the outside so often, as far as the stage is concerned, that he doesn't even care that the stage isn't his, because game one is all his.
Just getting that beautiful combo into the up special, and Windows just winning that amazingly cleanly. Just a solid 2-stock against Fullstream. Always been one of the absolute monsters of this game. I remember there was like a year where like Fullstream seemed like untouchable. Especially, I think it was around like Heatwave 2 and like Genesis of last year, where he was losing almost nobody. And still ever since then, usually placing in top 2 of every single event he's at. Always an absolute threat. He's going to the Zetterburn now as his way of fighting Windows. If my memory is right, I believe this is the character he used against Windows when they had to fight each other at Genesis 6 this year. So we'll see whether or not this works out again for him. The big thing is when Bird on fire, things get really dangerous, and it's a lot easier for Zetterburn to move around flexibly to pressure like Wrastor all over the stage. And he's not as combo footable, which helps a lot too.
Yeah, the fact that it's a little bit smaller of a target, definitely going to help as far as matters of Fullstream avoiding taking lots of damage, but I feel like the damage over time, as well as the little bit of a multiplier for those hits, is super important for Fullstream, at least keeping it in for the damage race.
Yeah.
That's what I think is the most important when you're fighting against Wrastor, is make sure that you keep your damage on board. You'll have to hunt for the kill one way or another, because Wrastor's a squirrely little boy.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
when you get that hit, you get clapped.
You got that up strong. It's basically a Shoryuken right there, right? Like, that's the original anti-air.
And it worked wonders for Fullstream immediately in game 2.
Yeah. And I think that fireball point out that you had, right? The fact that you can punish Wrastor for staying in the air so much without really committing too hard yourself, right? And every single time that ticks on, that's like 10%, 13% against a character that can die at 50, 60% to pretty much everybody.
Like, keeping yourself in that race is so important, but it's a matter of, like, make sure you get those hits in to make it count. Otherwise, you can't just, like, whittle away at Wrastor with just damage over time. Otherwise, Windows is just going to completely run away with the game. Like, he hasn't had that much presence on game 2, but he's already managed to tie up the stock count. And he's almost taking a lead.
I think part of that, oh, there we go, recognizing exactly where Fullstream had put himself and just tossing out that down strong. The one thing that I've noticed about how Windows playing now in this game is that when he finds an opening against Fullstream, he does like a very non-committal follow-up, and the moment he feels like it's no longer true, he comes back to center stage and he watches to see how Fullstream's going to try to recover. He just tries to reset that loop over and over again as opposed to killing outright like he was doing against Etalus.
Like, the dynamic of the fight stays the same despite it being such a different character for Wrastor's tools to be up against. But Windows showing great proficiency in Wrastor's tools right now because the combo game is still very strong. And so he went for the second one.
Yo,
that's a greedy bird.
Yeah, I actually don't usually see Windows play that greedy. That's just crazy. But he's still finding these hits. He's on the verge of taking out Fullstream and taking the set too in the process as he can find one of these claps, and Fullstream just one barely step ahead.
Like, as a reminder to folks at home, this is still best of 3 territory.
And that's it. Windows beating Fullstream. You just seem so relieved. It's like, thank gosh, I don't have to deal with that. I get to keep going in winners. I get to make it to winners semis. Any win on Fullstream, always a huge achievement in Rivals of Aether. And being able to do so at such an important event like